7 a.m. on Sunday, September 29th. We've just woken up from our tent where they had started the heat, which meant for a rough wake up. If you don't know a lot about me or just meeting me or seeing my face, chronically ill, disabled with autonomic dysfunction and heat intolerance. So it immediately sent me into a flare. I've still got some other rash. But we're out in the cool, morning smoke. I don't know if Susie and Anthony are awake yet. Where Susie is admitted, which I'm not sure if I have said or not yet, actually, because so much happened yesterday. But she got admitted like late last night instead of being discharged. So Anthony is sleeping on the guest couch up there with her, and then we slept in the tent. So we'll probably check on the food, check on them, go pee. Don't know what order we'll do it in, but we'll probably do those things and go from there. And my partner brought me my blankie. So we're about to go check out the breakfast and food and pee and people and stuff. So slow day, Sunday still. It's about 11 a.m. Much change, really. We've got I've been watching the tracker for Helene, and it kind of went up towards Ohio and then back down towards Memphis, and it was supposed to go up into Ohio and Kentucky, but it looks like it's coming back down into Tennessee and back across, so it might be coming back this way. So I've let all my family in Tennessee know because they're closer. Meanwhile, up here, we're still just here at the hospital. They said there should be an Apple Cart, which is like public transit, show up today for some of the refugees to go get things like clothes, because I'm still wearing wet pants. We're given breakfast about 7. The curfew right now for our county is 7 to 7, so 7 o'clock we got some breakfast. Lunch says it'll be between 11 and 2, and then I forget the time for dinner, but they've got it posted outside the cafeteria. I read that the local university has also set up a shelter in addition to the Red Cross one. A couple of churches have set up some shelters. The hospital's running out of everything. They're out of pain meds, out of oxygen. The city and county is under a boil water advisory, so we can't drink the tap. It's making people sick. I watched a guy come in yesterday from the flood, soaking wet, mouthful of water, just vomiting for hours in the lobby. It's pretty intense stuff. I still haven't been able to get a shower. They said that over at the shelter there should be showers, but where Susie is still admitted and we don't know when we're going to the shelter, I don't know when that's going to be. I got some socks. They noticed I was barefoot, so they gave me some socks. I'm gonna grab. Kat just came out here. Me. Here she is.
Got a new shirt.
Yeah, she's got a scrub on. So like, we had asked them for dry clothes, right? And that's how I got the socks. And they went and they checked for like sizes, and they really didn't have anything left. They had the one medium scrub shirt. So she's got a nice dry shirt, and I've got some nice dry socks. And Susie is in a nice dry hospital gown. Poor Anthony. So it's still Sunday. Things are weird. We've got a couple of different plans in place. We've contacted FEMA and put in like the FEMA official request. We have got a couple of names of just local people, just random community members who are survivors and refugees and everything else. We had this one guy say he drove up from Florida at the very start of everything to like try to escape, and his path just landed him here, and he's going up north and taking people with him. And so there's just a bunch of random people like that doing good and offering their hand, and it's actually really nice. The biggest thing that I've noticed here is the community. If there's anything else I take away from this area of the world, from this part of my life, it's the community here. Because even if the official stuff is all the people are just great. Everybody we met, every neighbor we talked to, every human has been so magnificently kind. And just now, they had a walk-in clinic. Like, there's a heart center over across, so like, I'll show you where we're at, right? And then that's the heart center. And so over in that heart center, they've set up a clinic for evacuees and refugees. So, I had a hydrodentitis suppurativa spot pop open, and I'm still in my wet, dirty clothes with no shower. So, popped over there, got taken care of. They're so sweet over there. It's for anyone, not just the people at the hospital here, just anyone affected. So, it's a good resource, and I hope to get this video up soon. That way people know about it. I'm going to make a post about it too, but they're all really sweet over there. Oh, and there's an update on Susie. They're restarting her treatment. I don't know what's happening, alright? And I don't want to talk too much about her medical stuff, like I've said in the past, but I do know that it started with, like, at home, waiting for A to happen. But then A was going to be delivered, like, mid-next month. But then yesterday, when we got here, they were like, well, you're here, we can go ahead and do A. Because she was, like, really bad off. So they went ahead and did that. And then they're like, okay, we can overnight watch you and then discharge you tomorrow. And then they ran the tests to make sure she was doing better, and she was doing worse. So now we have to do A again. So I'm not sure how long we will be here, but that's where we're at right now. She's doing okay. We're getting the treatment in her. That's what matters. Our first sign of a helicopter since the hurricane. Finally, a helicopter. They might be, like, airdropping supplies or something. Yeah, I think it's gonna land over there. I was sitting here. We wheeled to the edge of the parking lot for a change of scenery, change of pace, change of something. Our brains are screaming. And Kat said something, yeah. She looked right here. You'd almost think it was normal. And you would. From right here, it just about looks normal. And then you turn around. So, it's getting late. I don't like to record when I'm in a big public spot. I don't like to disrupt people. So here's your update. We called FEMA. And I asked them about my application and all the assistance. And they kept mentioning Florida has this, and Florida's governor has done that, and Florida has done this. And I kept saying, I'm in North Carolina, and roads are gone. We've lost our home. We've lost our cars. And they kept saying, well, Florida this, and Florida that. And finally, she said something about the governor again. I said, yeah, I don't think our governor's gonna do that. She goes, And then there's dead air for a minute. And I said, look, if you can't help me, who do I call to save my dogs and find a house or transport? And she's like, have you tried your local 311? So I hung up on FEMA and called 911. And we sent them to go save the dogs, even if it means we don't get them. And as for the National Guard, I'm still waiting to hear back. I'm checking emails religiously, obsessively. It's obnoxious.
Yeah.
I'm like trying not to break down. We just got back to the tent for the night and I was editing, so reliving everything. And they moved our beds.
I hate. We're finally gonna get to sleep together.
Being so far away from her has been hard. Turns out, long nails and extended wheelchair use equal broken nails. So today is Monday, September the 30th, and things are really, really picking up. So my family is working their way here. My mom, my brother's partner, Amber, and possibly my brother. I don't know who all is coming, but I know my mom and Amber at least. And they're gonna come get us. Susie got discharged. Susie's doing good. The dogs. We just saved the dogs. We tried calling FEMA and the National Guard. We tried 211, 911, 311. Nothing worked. So we reached out on Nextdoor and found just a random good human who works with the animal shelter here that got flooded. And they went and they saved our dogs with Cat. So we have our dogs. We have my family on the way. Susie's discharged. And the military aircraft are just going back and forth. So hopefully things are picking up. So, Susie and Anthony are overlaying in the Samaritan's purse tent that we've been sleeping in. So we've kind of like swapped positions, ironically. My mom called me. It seems like the rescue caravan is my mom and my brother and Amber. And I don't know if that's 2 cars or like one big van. I don't know. But that's what we're dealing with. And as you can hear, it's raining again. It started raining on my mom and my brother on the drive. And they texted me and they're like, be ready when we get there. It's gonna flood again. I'm like, I think this is just a rain shower. But yeah, you're right. We don't really need it right now. So that's happening, but they're like really close. They've already gotten to like the city over. They're just trying to get past the final few roadblocks right before the hospital, I think. All 5 dogs are in a house with a Good Samaritan. The Good Samaritan actually works with the local shelter, but the local shelter got flooded, so they're with the Good Samaritan. I'm pretty sure her name is Debbie? I'll have to check. I'll have to check my text. But I think her name is Debbie, and it's her and her husband that are watching the 5 dogs for us until we can get them. Okay, so that's happening, and right now, in this rain, my partner is walking to Walgreens for my mother-in-law's prescription. Because the one here in the the pharmacy here in the hospital is allergic. So everybody who gets a prescription here at the hospital has to like walk over to Boone Drug or Walgreens or whatever if they get something when they're discharged. If you get something while you're here, you're fine, obviously. But like if you're discharged, you have to hop over to one of the pharmacies. So my partner walked over to go get her mom's prescription, and I'm sitting here smoking in the rain that my mom's driving through finally hit. I feel like I'm getting mental whiplash. We haven't even left Boone yet, and we're already turning around. So it's been a minute since I did an update. I'm gonna do a cohesive update, and then I'm gonna do like a continued vlog. So this is the cohesive update. So if you want to skip the long vlog and just know what's up, this one's for you. We have officially been relocated to my family in Tennessee, so we are safe. I recorded, again, everything in detail, so like the details will be available later if you want them, but we were, my brother, my mom, and my brother's partner did like a 2-car caravan and came and got us like 2 days ago. And I'm telling you, the trip was perilous, alright? 9 power lines we counted on the way from Boone to here. So, like, I can only imagine how many from here to Boone, because we had to take 2 different routes. And yeah, I'm talking about Boone on the internet. Boone doesn't exist anymore. Like, the damage, it's gonna take a year to fix I-40. There's no way we can go home. So I don't know where I'm gonna live, so it's impossible to dox myself. Much left for us there. No cars, no home. Eventually, we're hoping to make a trip back out and see what we can salvage. You know, make rebuilding a little easier, but it's a salvage mission. That said, we made it here safe, and we are being housed here, at least temporarily. We don't really know what we're doing next. We're working on it. We're talking, figuring it out every day, but it's a step-by-step process. So for now, the plan is to keep all of the family together, at least as much as we can, because there's still more hurricanes out in the Gulf and in the Atlantic. And one of them is due to make landfall in Mexico, and that could shift paths, and like we're a little scared, not gonna lie. So it's a little chaotic right now. Sleeping arrangements are still fun. We're all like still in an affected area. Like this area got hit too, just not as bad. And so there's a, you know, limited water ordinance. There's some power ordinances. There's still like, we're still in a post-hurricane zone. It's just not completely gone. But that said, we settled in yesterday and just kind of got reacquainted and acquainted with everyone. We've been playing party games and icebreakers to kind of like lift the mood and get us out of the mindset of like, holy crap, we survived this. This is my nibbling Myra's pet Ratatha. Looky how cute! Looky how cute he is! Oh my... Lyco.